Thanks for joining us. I'm Staff Sergeant Mike Larman. For nearly 71 years, the U.S.-Japan alliance has served as a foundation of peace and security in the Pacific. Secretary of Defense Ash Carter demonstrated that interest in constructive engagement when he expressed U.S. concern over land reclamation in the South China Sea, most notably China's possession of more than 2,000 acres in just 18 months. Here in the Chitwan district, certain medical attention is hard to come by. That's why Nepalese people from communities all over the region have traveled to this site of Operation Pacific Angel. The most popular station among the children here seems to be the optometry station. It's here that airmen hand out these sunglasses, and you can see why that puts smiles on people's faces. Reporting from Chitwan district of Nepal, I'm Staff Sergeant Mike Larman. At Angkor Sentinel, Cambodian soldiers receive a lot of medical training. Then there's the CPX, Command Post Exercise, running operations from behind the curtain. But you also hear a lot of talk about the STX. STX is another acronym, and it stands for Situational Training Exercise. Sergeant Mike DeLulo is one of the instructors.
All of you guys, whoa! My crew and I are on the STX lanes.
Captain Tyler Akers and his crew came to the Philippines to build classrooms, but then
we got to talking and we said, you know, they don't have a basketball hoop here.
So the wheels started to turn. Some rebar, some plywood.
Well, that turned into everybody wanted to throw in money and get them a regulation hoop, which we did. So that led to what you see here.
A 2-hoop basketball court.
This is excess concrete.
At no cost.
These are donated utility poles.
To the taxpayers.
We've got the backboards are also donated as well. And then we threw in for the hoops and nets.
Which may put these airmen and Philippine Seabees a bit above the rim.
We are not only building this school, we are also building the future, the education of the future for the teens, for the children of the San Rafael.
Air Force Staff Sergeant Mike Larman, San Rafael, Palawan. Staff Sergeant Ulysses Middlestat is known for being a great asset to the 116th Cavalry Brigade, though he's not all that fond of talking about himself.
They had to throw out that Soldier of the Year deal, didn't they?
In 2011, Middlestat won Soldier of the Year at the state level in Idaho. At Angkor Sentinel 2014, he looks like he'd be a strong candidate again. But he's just doing his job. As technical food advisor, he ensures the Cambodian staff kitchen meets proper standards, watching over 3 meals a day for over 200 American and Cambodian soldiers.
Usually here by 04 in the morning and usually wrapping at about 2200.
With those hours, does he even get any sleep?
Very little.
Middlestat says the job has provided an enjoyable learning experience.
Culturally, it's been great to learn how they operate different than us, per se, and how to just interact with them in a way that's acceptable the entire time, just to get the mission accomplished.
He's even learning new cooking methods.
Beef fried rice is what he's making. One of the things they do is they cook off woks. So a big pan and everything they cook takes place in there.
Meanwhile, the Cambodian cooks have picked up new recipes.
It's been really fun to watch them cook some American-style meals, such as omelets and eggs and pancakes. But everything else is done inside those woks, even the bacon, for example.
Amidst the multicultural cooking, Sergeant Middlestat's focus is food safety, and seeing the progress has been rewarding.
Getting to know the people, hopefully doing something that will make a difference for them in the future, to see their level of just safety, for example, and food handling process. To see that go to a whole different level than what they're used to in this country or their standards.
Just outside Kabul, workers build the Afghan National Defense University. Over 1,000 Afghan men, and Rokia, the only female on site.
It's hard, but I love it. It's good for me.
She's been the electrical quality assurance engineer since May, but getting here has been her dream since she was 8.
After the Taliban regime, fortunately, I could get the chance to go to university, and I chose the electrical engineering because I knew that for improvement of a country, electrical system is very important.
And living that dream while building the home of her country's future leaders makes her even more proud.
Education and military are very important to improvement a country. And so I think if we had an educated, trained military, female and male, we will have a brighter future.
Air Force Staff Sergeant Mike Larman, Kabul, Afghanistan. Commissary shoppers throughout the Pacific have noticed some of the items on their grocery lists missing from store shelves.
They didn't have any ricotta cheese the other day.
No ricotta cheese?
Eggs are always missing.
Many customers believe this is a minor issue that will pass.
I don't think you'd have to short on that many items.
I mean, it's happened before, so this is probably one of the longer ones.
On January 7th, the Defense Commissary Agency issued a news release stating ongoing negotiations between the Pacific Maritime Association and labor unions representing West Coast dock workers have delayed shipments to the Pacific up to 10 days.
Every year we have a little bit of issues this time of year with port closures and holidays, but this year has been a little bit worse because of the slowdown of containers coming across the Pacific.
Commissary customers in the Pacific see a decrease in products like juices, yogurts, or creams, but there's a plan for that.
We're going to actually start airlifting some of the highly perishable items in. Our yogurts, our cheeses, cottage cheese, bone-in fresh meats, and our fresh pork products, and of course some of our produce as well. And they're going to continue this. It's not just a one-time deal. We're going to continue this until the solution to the problem is fixed. This should be hitting your stores by Friday or Saturday of this week.
It's a plan to put food back on shelves and back in the homes of military and DoD families overseas. Air Force Staff Sergeant Mike Larman, Yokota Air Base, Japan.
Thank you for shopping at the commissary.
We line up right here. I'll say down, set, no rushing. Set.
New countries present new experiences.
Get open, and if you're open, I'm going to hit you. I knew there was going to be some type of culture shock. I kind of embraced that. So that everywhere from the steering wheel being on the opposite side to, you know, a parrot landed on a guy the first day here. It was crazy. It was pretty awesome.
At Exercise Lightning Strike in Singapore, soldiers find common ground on the playing field.
Good catch, good catch. We knew they were going to be good at soccer. I heard they play some basketball.
To the normal eye, this may look like just fun and games, because that's exactly what it is. But look deeper, and you'll find a strengthened foundation of trust and friendship between these two teams.
It's good team building, it's good relationship building, have a few laughs, you know, we're friends and we're here to learn from each other and to build our relationship, you know, and that's the most important thing.
Soldiers on both sides are quick to learn and adapt, even when it's throwing a penalty flag in a friendly game of American football.
Okay, a lot of times, you know, when you go into an area and you think you're going to learn, you're going to help somebody, just as we are right now, you know what it comes down to? They're helping us a lot.
Regardless of which side the steering wheel is on, American and Singaporean soldiers see the ease of being on the same team, on and off the field. Staff Sergeant Mike Larman, Exercise Lightning Strike, Singapore. Here at the Marai Urban Training Facility, U.S. and Singaporean armies are knocking down doors to understand each other better.
They went in through the window, door, and stairwell. Then we took time out and showed them how the U.S. goes through and clears the room.
These two armies certainly have different methods of breaching a building. For example, the Singaporeans can use cameras or robots to see inside a room before they go in.
Using that robot in there helps mitigate people losing their lives. They don't have that element of surprise going into the room. They've already seen it. They can see the enemies. Where we do it, we go in and we don't know what's behind those doors. A lot of our techniques are swift and very swift.
You're going to enter through the window?
Yes, you've provided.
With this breach training, both forces can take today's methods home for another look.
Learning different techniques, the way they do things. Maybe, I don't know if we'll apply them or not, but we'll definitely take them home and think about them.
Either way, soldiers of 25th Infantry Division can leave Lightning Strike having built a stronger partnership with their Singaporean counterparts.
The more you work with your buddy, the better your team gets.
Staff Sergeant Mike Larman, Exercise Lightning Strike, Singapore. That does it for this news break. Check out AFN Pacific on YouTube and follow us on the go at AFN Pacific Now. Thanks for watching.